Hey yo, what is up? Friday 20th of November. This is news and updates on World of Tanks, and what I got for you today is some juicy news. We have some Twitch drops, we have some 2D skins, we have some 3D skins, and we have a new tank that we will go into much detail for you guys today. But first, let's get straight into the news. Some news coming out from Cyprus regarding wargaming employees, gaining citizenship and Cypriot passports since 2012, when wargaming, built a company in Cyprus, their headquarters there, to, take care or, make use of the tax breaks that they get from Cyprus, and this is considered an investment, and because of that 70 of their employees got passports and citizenship from 2012 to 2020. But in 2018, November 2020, the Cypriot authorities completely cancelled or rescinded those citizenship in exchange for investment program, and this is because Al Jazeera TV did some kind of expose where they posed as a Chinese journalist. Where a journalist posed as a Chinese citizen and then tried to pretend to be a convicted of money laundering in his own country, and then contacted some lawyers, some real estate agents, and even a speaker of parliament, and then promised that if he invested some money, they in turn promised that he could get citizenship. This became a big hoo-ha, and because of that, all the investment for passport, investment for citizenship program has been cancelled, and then everything has been investigated. Everything in the past is being investigated, and wargaming as well. 70 employees, looks like they're going through a little bit of turmoil, a little bit of turbulence in their company. Recently, their company in Minsk had to completely relocate from Belarus to Ukraine to Kiev. They had to, move 200-300 employees because of the Minsk uprising. So they're going through a bit of shit there. I hope it's not affecting the game in general. A bit of trouble, a bit of difficulty, but they've got the money, and their business is in good shape, so I don't see them having any kind of trouble overcoming this hurdle. Next up I have for you is Twitch drops. Tomorrow or Saturday evening, there's going to be some kind of tournament called Clan Rivals Urban Jungle. Yeah, nobody cares, but you get Twitch drops on this Clan Rivals, which is going to be broadcast on Twitch at around 3 p.m. on Saturday and 3 p.m. on Sunday, EU time, that is. If you're on the East Coast, on the States side, it'll be around 10 a.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. Sunday. And if you're on the West Coast, you're talking about 7 a.m. Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Sunday morning as well. What is the big deal? If you watch the Twitch tournament for 180 minutes straight or 3 hours, you can get a 2D style fan of clan tournaments design, and it looks like this, which looks pretty cool. I kind of like it. I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty unique. Is it worth waiting 3 hours for? Well, you can put it, you can put a Twitch in your background and go about your day or whatever. But not bad. Free drop here. So remember that 3 p.m. if you're in EU. 10 a.m. if you're in LA, if you're in New York, 7 a.m. if you're in LA, and that's what you're gonna get. After watching 1 hour as well, you will get 7 days of World of Tanks premium account, so that's a pretty good deal. If you're doing nothing on Saturdays and Sundays. Excuse my dog there going off in the background, but there you go. This is the camo that you will get. Alright, just now quickly we are going to skip through all the latest news, including the top of the tree Patton, which starts on the November 20th and ends on December 20th. If you are researching the American medium tank line, you're gonna get discounts and boosters. You know the drill. Just click on the game in-game and you will find out all the information there. Other than that, some new styling kits. You've seen this. I showed you in the last video. This is the Retribution styling kit. Looks a bit like the Clan Wars. This one, you know, the Crusader. This is the rarest of these new styles, camos, 2D camos. You need to be top 10% of Clan Wars or something like that to get this camo. This one looks about the same except it's in green. This is called Retribution. I'll just click through it quickly because we've already seen this one. We've also seen this one. This is called Reason by Force. And out in the wild, this is what it looks like on an IS-4. I think you've seen some of these pictures as well from the last video. So let's skip through that. And this is called Reaper Styling Kit. We've also seen a little bit of this. We had a little bit of a preview about this on the last video. We'll just quickly skim through this and give you a taste of what it looks like. Again, it looks a little bit like the Clan War camo, same like that Retribution, just slight variation there. And this one is my least favorite one. This is called a Rat Rod. Looks like a bunch of leaves, some autumn camouflage style. Nothing special in my opinion. And now we're going to the 3D style. This has just been released today. This is called the Mordred or whatever. This is on the Badger, and it looks like there is an anti-aircraft gun mounted on top of the Badger. Looks pretty cool. I don't know what it's for. Maybe it's Christmas loot boxes. Maybe these are for sale sometime soon. This is the anti-aircraft gun with a single seat. Looks pretty cool. Looks crazy. But there you go. That is the what's it called again? Mordred 3D style. Next up is the Panzer Claus. Now this is definitely some kind of Christmas loot box style because it's got all the Christmas shit on it. It looks pretty crazy. It looks pretty cool as well. If they sell a lot of these, I don't know what the what the tier tank matchmaker will look like if we have a lot of tanks running around looking like this, but I doubt these are going to be, you know, going to be distributed widely. I don't think a lot of people are going to have this camo, so I don't think it's going to be a big proliferation problem here. But there you go. This is the VKK camo called, what's it called again? Panzer Claus. And next up, this is the coolest of the coolest 3D camos I've seen so far. This is called Vital Spark, and of course this is mounted on the UDES 1516 tier 10 tank. So this is pretty cool looking. Check it out. Not only does it have cracks on the vehicle, on the body of the tank, but it looks like there's flames coming out of it, or there's light coming out of it, and it's glowing. It is pretty insane. This is the wildest of all the 3D camos because this makes it look more like something out of space, something that belongs in the Waffenträger event tank, you know, that game mode. It looks like it belongs in Mirny 13. It looks like the Halloween event tank. It looks kind of crazy. I don't know if this kind of fits into the tank, fits into the game, but there you go. This is what we get. And the biggest news today is, of course, the release of this tank in the Super Test server. This is called the Panzer Kampfpanzer 7. This is going to be a medium tier 8 premium tank on the German Tech 3. Now, everything about it says medium tank, but in fact, this is actually going to play more like a light tank. Now, this is the first information we got out of it. A couple of hours later, this was released. I think this is the most up-to-date spec that we'll see about this tank. So let's go ahead and share with you the pictures while we talk about this tank a little bit. Now again, this is going to be a medium tank, 1350 hit points. That's what it says about this tank. Of course, this is the standard hit points that you get from most medium tanks out there, and if we're going to compare it to medium tanks, we're going to compare it to the big daddy of all medium tanks in tier 8 right now. Of course, it's the T44-100, the CS52 LIS. Of course, these two tanks are the top most competitive tanks right now in tier 8 medium tanks. Why do I say this Kampfpanzer 07 is a light tank? Because it's going to behave like one. Engine power 700 horsepower. This makes it very powerful in terms of mobility. The top speed is 65 kilometers an hour going forward, and goes reverse at 25 kilometers an hour. Now, what else makes this tank super special? What makes it super special is the power to weight ratio that you get out of this tank. You are getting 23.33 power to weight ratio. This is even better than a T44-100. So I just did a video of the E50. If you didn't watch it, go ahead and watch it. It's the last video. The E50 with 65 kilometers an hour top speed with the turbo is still not a very fast tank, because the power to weight ratio is like 15 point something. So it takes a long time for 0 to 65. It takes a long time to get there. Now, what you get from this Kampfpanzer 07 is the power to weight ratio of 23.33 is better than the T44-100, which means it can get to that 65 kilometers an hour top speed really quickly. And because of this power to weight ratio 23.33, the agility on this tank is going to be amazing. It's going to have the agility of a light tank. It's going to wiggle. It's going to be really quick to get to 65 kilometers an hour forward speed. It's going to be really quick at reversing 25 kilometers an hour reverse speed. This tank is going to be absolutely amazing in terms of mobility. But let's talk a little bit about the gun handling. Now, the gun handling stated here is 0.35. Now, earlier on it was sold as a 0.37 gun dispersion, but it was updated like I showed you. This was the first information that we got. The second information we got, the stats have changed slightly. So 0.35 is the dispersion of the gun, which means the 0.35 dispersion is exactly the same as a CS52 LIS. Of course, the T44-100 is 0.34, which means it's a bit better. However, you are getting an incredible aim time of 1.44 seconds. Now, even the T44-100 takes 1.92 seconds to aim. That is a fast aiming gun, 1.92 seconds, but the Kampfpanzer 07 is going to aim at an even quicker speed, 1.44 seconds with 9 degrees gun depression. 9 degrees gun depression is 2 degrees more than a T44-100, 2 degrees more than a CS52 LIS. That is pretty amazing. So we're talking about pretty good gun handling, pretty good gun depression. What are the moving dispersions? I'm not sure because it is not published yet, but there are some downsides of this tank. What are the downsides? The damage is only 200 hit points per shot. If you look at the T44-100, you get 250 damage, and now with all the new tanks, higher and higher hit points, higher and higher damage. The CS52 does 320 damage, huge alpha, but the Kampfpanzer 07 only does 200 damage. The penetration is not too bad. You get 205 standard penetration and 255 premium penetration, but 200 damage means you need to shoot really fast. And this tank does exactly that. This tank fires every 5.27 seconds. This is a very quick reload gun, much faster reload than the fastest T44-100. The T44-100 reloads at 7.19 seconds. If you have rammer, BIA, food, you're gonna do it in like 6.5 seconds. This thing does 5.27 seconds. Imagine if you have rammers, BIA, crew, food, you're gonna do it under 5 seconds. Really quick reload for 200 damage. This is going to be a really amazing tank. The only problem about this tank is what I said. The first downside of this tank is the low alpha, 200 damage, and the second downside of this tank is the armor. Hull armor is absolutely terrible on this tank. 115 hull armor. I mean, it's better hull armor than the T44-100 or CS52, but 115 is actually very low armor. It is actually nothing. The turret armor is even worse, only 80 millimeters frontally and sides and backs. So the front of the armor, side and back, 80 millimeters, anything can pen it basically. Like I said, there are some downsides. You have, upsides is great mobility, very fast, good pickup speed, fast firing gun, but you don't have any armor on the turret at all. T44-100 has 190 frontal armor, CS52 as well, 190 frontal turret armor. Kampfpanzer 07 has 80 millimeters of armor. It is terrible armor, but I'm looking forward to this tank anyway because I love mobility. I like that this medium tank is actually going to be a light tank because of its mobility. The camo values, however, at the moment, what is being advertised right now is 14.36 standard camo values, which is lower than a CS52 and much lower than a T44-100, which is 16.7. So you don't get camouflage values of a light tank, but you do get the mobility of a light tank, and you get a fast firing 200 alpha damage gun. That is our news for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.